last thing on this, have there been instances where you've seen something late in the game where it's there, but maybe for the betterment of what's going on, I can't call it because have there been any instances you can think of like that?
No, not really. Like
No.
normally I just go with it. You know, if it's there, I like to roll the dice a little bit on that, but that's what makes it fun. You know.
Are you a percentage guy? If it's a higher percentage, do the higher percentage play, or do you again just is that just situation to situation?
It depends also on the player in my mind too. Like sometimes you might have like a Kevin White or a Tavon Austin where the percentages like that might be a low percentage throw, but it's Tavon Austin.
Yeah.
So you know you've kind of got to balance the odds that way.
What was the situation with A&M and Cal? I'm guessing you.
A&M, we had a lot of help. We had a lot of people. Cal was very similar to here. Probably, I think we had. Yeah, it was very similar. It was, you know, and the thing about Cal, you're in Silicon Valley, so you have all those, you know, analytics people out there, and they're just shooting info all the time. So that was very convenient out there. But
How do you manage all that information?
I don't look too far into it. Yeah. I don't. You know, I look at it, but like you can't overanalyze it because at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for your players and what they're comfortable doing.
How many of the analytics guys have a football background that makes you trust them? They always have at least a pitch guy that knows something about football.
Oh no, like sometimes they're just straight, you know, computer guys that are back there just looking at the information and breaking it down and formulating it into these booklets that, you know, you probably read about 50 pages of it, you know, out of like the 400 that they give you. But it's really good stuff. It is like, and if there ever is that, like what it's great for is the availability of it. So like if you're 4, 5, 6, 7 games in the season, and then you're just like, you know, let me look at all my third down and ones in the fourth quarter or something like that, and you can flip the page right there instead of sending a GA there and have him try to go and find them all and then break that down. It just cuts out a lot of time when you have other people doing it.
Gibby mentioned that the analysts during the season here, I know we're confusing analysts and analytics, but they're getting ahead of the scout. What do they do in the preseason?
Like preseason, they're really getting ahead for the next upcoming opponents.
Okay.
Like really, what I've done is I want summer breakdowns of all of our opponents, so you at least have a feel for who they are, what they do, what type of coordinator they are, and you know, for instance, like I go up against Coach Gibson every single day, which I'm probably not going to play one defense that's even similar to that. You know, we're going to play more 4-down teams and quarters teams, and you know, so you really look through all of that, all of this stuff, and that's what I have them do. I get ahead on the opponents, and they're all just designed and to certain teams. So just try to give you as much info as possible.
Never too early to prep.
No, it's not. It's not. And then I look at it throughout the course of the summer, and then going into your fall camp, you're like, all right, I need to start focusing more on these cover 2 beaters, these quarter beaters, these 4-down, you know, fronts. Like start repping that a little bit more because, you know, like you're never going to see that with Coach Gibson. So, you know, and he's never going to see 4 tight ends attached and running quarterbacks like Kansas State. So you got to kind of plan ahead a little bit and prepare. Like it's all about forecasting and contingency planning.
These guys are going to make a big difference on Mondays coming up, aren't they? It's going to take a lot.
Yeah, they should have all the data put in, and by the time you walk in your office, really Sunday morning or even maybe Saturday night, they could have it all done.
Yeah.
You know.
Sunday's your day to break down the prior game, and then Monday you're right in, or you go right in Sunday.
I go in Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, I try to get the game over with, put it behind, and then try to at least get a personnel feel, see what type, how they're playing, and who their good players are.
That's the day to catch up on Netflix, though, man.
I know, man. You got Narcos coming up too, so you got some good stuff ahead. Ray Donovan started last night. Game of Thrones. I got so much to look forward to.
Thanks.
Good stuff. Thank you for the one.
We talked about this during the spring a lot, and we talked about it, I think, last week with your tight ends. Dana said yesterday that you didn't necessarily you have one guy right now. Do you have enough that you can do what you want to do eventually, or is it going to be a work in progress?
For this year?
Yes.
For this year, I'll have enough. If you got Trayvon Wesco and Eli, you know, you can do enough with those two guys right there. But the depth of it, you know, you worry about that. If one goes down, then that's going to end up taking out a few packages. Because I'm a big believer in, I have all the confidence in Wesco and Eli. But, you know, if one of them like goes down, then I'm really going to put in one of my next best packages. Is it Crawford and Petaway and McCoy and Bush, or, you know, or is it 4 wide, get my 4 receivers out there. So I'd rather go to my best players than actually just
force it.
But you would like to have all the packages, trust me. But at the end of the day, you got to put the guys out there that are your best players.
Where's Wesco improved? Physically, he looks
He's had a good summer. Yeah, he looks really good. You know, the thing that Will talked to me about a few times is that he's got a lot of continuity with Wesco because he's been around the facility all the time, and they've been throwing a lot, and I think he feels comfortable with them, and he looks good right now. He's playing at a good weight, and you know, he's doing good things, like he's making some catches out there, so you can tell that Will's pretty comfortable with him.